Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our science lesson for today, which is about Unit 5, Home Electricity. Today, we will be continuing our topic, which is about home electricity. Last time, we've discussed what is electricity, where do we get electricity, and the importance of electricity. Today, we will just continue with one more source of electricity. So for today, let us start with the vocabulary words. The first one is carry. Can you say that again?
Carry.
Carry. Carry in Thai is.
Hold.
Next is replace.
Replace.
Replace in Thai is.
Anti.
Next we have recharge. Recharge in Thai. Okay, please turn off your microphone. Turn off your microphone. When we say carry, it means we lift it up, we take it with us. Wherever we go, we bring it with us. We bring, we carry. Next is replace. When you say replace, you change it with something else. Like for example, I have a bottle. So when you say replace, I change it with another bottle, a new one. Next is recharge. When you say recharge, you charge the battery again so that you can have battery again. You can have electricity again. All right. Our topic for today is about electricity from batteries. Last time we've discussed electricity from the mains. Now this time we have electricity from batteries. Let us review what is the meaning of electricity. When we say electricity, it is. What is electricity?
It the energy which powered to device.
Yes, electricity is the energy which gives power to devices. It's like food for devices, right? It gives the energy. Electricity makes devices work. Those living things that cannot move on their own, with electricity, they can work, they can move. If they are electronic devices, because there are some things that do not need electricity, right? Okay, now, what do you call the place where electricity is being produced? Do you remember?
Power station.
Yes, it's called a power station or a power plant. Now, do you remember where does the electricity from the power station go? After being produced in the power station, where does the electricity go?
Home.
Home, yes, to our homes, to the school, to the hospitals, to the mall. Now, how do they travel? How does the electricity go to our houses?
Have the mines.
Through the wires,
Wire.
right? Yes, wires. Electricity travels through the wires. They are connected from the power station, and then you can see them at the streets and going to our houses. Now, inside our house, where do we see the wires? They're inside the walls. And then, where will the electricity end up? Where? From the wall, it will come out of the
The
sa
socket.
socket. Yes, the socket is like the outlet for the electricity. It's where the electricity comes out. So, how do we get the electricity from the socket?
We have the mains.
Yes, how do you get electricity from the mains?
Put the plug inside the socket.
Yes, you insert the plug into the socket. The plug is the one that connects the device to the electricity, right? Now, if you are using a socket, if you are using wires, if you are using a plug, What kind of electricity is that? Electricity from
From
the
energy.
what kind of electricity is that? If you are using the socket, the plug, wires, it's electricity from the
Um,
what kind of electricity? Electricity from the mains,
means.
right? Yes,
Yes.
electricity from the mains. All devices that use wires, plugs, switches, sockets, okay, all those devices use electricity from the mains, meaning the electricity from the power station is a form of electricity from the mains. Okay, now there are two sources of electricity. Turn off your microphone. There are two sources of electricity. One is electricity from the mains, the one that we've talked about the socket, the power station, the wires, the plugs, the switches. Okay, aside from electricity from the mains, we also have electricity from batteries. Okay, today we will be talking about number two, which is electricity from batteries. Because aside from the socket, we can also get electricity from batteries. Now, what is a battery? A battery is a device that gives electricity to power things. It is actually a device already. People made it, people produced it to store electricity. When you say store, to keep electricity inside. Okay? Now, batteries are not plugged into the socket. They don't have wires, right? But they do give electricity to devices. Now, they produced batteries in factories, so they get some metals, some kind of chemicals or some kinds of wires, and then they form the battery, and then they charge it up with electricity. Okay, it's just like taking a bottle of water. Okay, imagine the bottle can hold water inside. So if you fill it up with water, then if you go outside your house, you can bring the bottle. So whenever you feel thirsty, you can get your bottle and drink your water. You can get water anytime you like because you can bring the bottle with you. That's like how batteries work. Okay, you have an access to electricity because batteries have electricity inside them. Okay, it is a device that gives electricity that you don't need to plug into the socket. They don't have wires, they don't have switches. You just put them inside the device. Now, there are many kinds of batteries. These are some kinds of batteries. You can see there are different shapes, different sizes of batteries. Okay, like for example, this one, this is the most usual kind of battery that we see, right? Do you usually see this kind of battery?
Yes.
Yes. Now, that one is That one is the basic kind of battery that we can use. Okay. Do you see it has plus AA? It means double A. Okay. AA, double A. And also you have a smaller one, which is you can see plus AAA, three A's, which means triple A. Turn off your microphone. I can hear something. Now you can see plus AAA. It means triple A. Now those are the basic or the usual kinds of batteries that you use. Like for example, you use it for your clock, you use it for your remote. Okay. Now these kind of batteries are disposable. When you say those disposable, after using all the electricity inside, you cannot do anything about it anymore. All you have to do is just throw it in the bin and then buy a new one. it means after using all the electricity inside, you just throw it and buy a new one. Now, do you see the yellow ones and the green ones? These are the chargeable, rechargeable batteries. Okay, when you say rechargeable, it's like your phone. When you don't have battery anymore, you charge it, you plug it into the socket, and then it will fill up again with some electricity, and then you can use them again. I will show you an example of a charger. This one is an example of a rechargeable battery. This one is the battery, and then this one is the charger. You put the battery inside, and then you plug it. You plug it into the socket, and then these batteries can have electricity again. And then you remove them here, you can use them again in your devices. Okay, those are rechargeable batteries. You can use them after charging, recharging. All right. Another one is this one, the circle one. There are also circle or round batteries. There's a big one or a little smaller, okay, or very small circle. Okay. Usually they are used for small toys or watches. Watch. Do you know what's a watch in Thai?
นาฬิกา
On your hand, right? On your arm. Okay. Now,
Yes.
yes, that's also a battery. Okay, how about this one? Do you know what kind of battery is this? It's a
I
small
don't
flat
know.
one.
In Thai.
Yes,
In
some
Don,
toys.
Yes.
in Don.
Yes, some toys have like this. It's flat. And also the old phones. Do you know Nokia phone? Nokia.
Yes, I know.
The old phone. They have batteries like this. You open the back of your phone and then you will see like this. But for the phones nowadays, we don't open this anymore and we don't get the batteries anymore. Okay. And next one is this one. It's a little bit bigger. It's like square. And I think this one is for the toys. Now we have a bigger battery. Do you know the battery for the cars? This one.
I know.
It's a battery inside our car like this.
In
Yes,
too.
it's big and heavy because it has a lot of electricity. It uh, it powers up the whole car. Okay. Next is wait. Okay. Now there are also different kinds of batteries when it comes to their content of what they are made of. For example, you will see some batteries say alkaline. Okay, that's a chemical or a metal, and some let's see kinds types of batteries. Like this. You can see many kinds, and the others have different names. Okay, and then you see some are alkaline. This one, where is it? Lead. It has lead. Those are the chemicals inside the battery. Okay, there are many kinds. But all these batteries have one purpose. It is to give us electricity when we need them. When we don't have the mains, we don't have the socket, when we don't have our charger, you can use this, right? For smaller things that you need to bring outside the house. Now let me share a video. Okay, this one will show you how batteries work. Can you see?
You probably know the feeling. Your phone utters its final plaintive bleep and cuts out in the middle of your call. In that moment, you may feel more like throwing your battery across the room than singing its praises. But batteries are a triumph of science. They allow smartphones and other technologies to exist without anchoring us to an infernal tangle of power cables. Yet even the best batteries will diminish daily, slowly losing capacity until they finally die. So why does this happen? And how do our batteries even store so much charge in the first place? It all started in the 1780s with two Italian scientists, Luigi Galvani and Alessandro Volta, and a frog. Legend has it that as Galvani was studying a frog's leg, he brushed a metal instrument up against one of its nerves, making the leg muscles jerk. Galvani called this animal electricity, believing that a type of electricity was stored in the very stuff of life. But Volta disagreed, arguing that it was the metal itself that made the leg twitch. The debate was eventually settled with Volta's groundbreaking experiment. He tested his idea with a stack of alternating layers of zinc and copper, separated by paper or cloth soaked in a saltwater solution. What happened in Volta's cell is something chemists now call oxidation and reduction. The zinc oxidizes, which means it loses electrons, which are in turn gained by the ions in the water in a process called reduction, producing hydrogen gas. Volta would have been shocked to learn that last bit. He thought the reaction was happening in the copper, rather than the solution. Nonetheless, we honor Volta's discovery today by naming our standard unit of electric potential the volt. This oxidation-reduction cycle creates a flow of electrons between two substances, and if you hook a light bulb or vacuum cleaner up between the two, you'll give it power. Since the 1700s, scientists have improved on Volta's design. They've replaced the chemical solution with dry cells filled with chemical paste. But the principle is the same. A metal oxidizes, sending electrons to do some work before they are regained by a substance being reduced. But any battery has a finite supply of metal, and once most of it has oxidized, the battery dies. So rechargeable batteries give us a temporary solution to this problem by making the oxidation reduction process reversible. Electrons can flow back in the opposite direction with the application of electricity. Plugging in a charger draws the electricity from a wall outlet that drives the reaction to regenerate the metal, making more electrons available for oxidation the next time you need them. But even rechargeable batteries don't last forever. Over time, the repetition of this process causes imperfections and irregularities in the metal's surface that prevent it from oxidizing properly. The electrons are no longer available to flow through a circuit, and the battery dies. Some everyday rechargeable batteries will die after only hundreds of discharge-recharge cycles, while newer advanced batteries can survive and function for thousands. Batteries of the future may be light, thin sheets that operate on the principles of quantum physics and last for hundreds of thousands of charge cycles. But until scientists find a way to take advantage of motion to recharge your cell battery, like cars do, or fit solar panels somewhere on your device, plugging your charger into the wall, rather than expending one battery to charge another, is your best bet to forestall that fatal bleep.
Okay. What was the importance of battery here? The one that you see. So, what's important with batteries? Batteries are important because why?
Because
Why it's good to have batteries?
we don't have battery.
But
We don't have
if you don't have batteries, what happens?
we don't have a light.
If you don't have batteries, then you cannot bring devices outside your home. You will just stay near the socket, right? Because you have to plug everything. Okay. Now, what are some devices that use batteries? Can you think of some devices that use batteries? Any kind of batteries, the one that I showed you, it can be a circle one or the big one. Example.
Computer.
What kind of computer? Because there are different kinds of computers. If it's a big computer, the one with the CPU, it doesn't use batteries. That one uses the mains. Okay, aside from that, what else? What other devices use batteries?
Toy car.
Yes, toys. A lot of toys use batteries. What else?
Uh,
Car, yes.
Car. Um,
What else? The one that we use to,
Lamp.
yes, some lamps. The one that we use to tell time. If you want to know what time is
Clock.
it. A clock or a watch. What else? When you watch TV,
Remote.
remote or the remote of your aircon. Yes, those things use batteries, right? Okay, now since you said computer, okay, teacher will explain about that. First is with our phone, mobile phone, okay? Teacher will say first. Um, when you say mobile phone, that is your iPhone, your Samsung, your Huawei, okay, your Oppo, right? Mobile
Yeah.
phone. Now, does your mobile phone use batteries? Yes or no?
No.
Does it use batteries?
Oh, yes.
If you say no, then do you use your phone only beside the socket?
No.
No, right? You can bring it outside your house. You can remove it from the socket, right? You only insert it into the plug because you want to charge your battery. Your phones have batteries inside. Okay? Your phones have batteries. Now, you have to charge it, you have to plug it into the socket so that the battery inside will be full again, and then you can bring it outside your house again. You can bring it anywhere you like again, right? It means your
Yes.
phones use batteries. Now, think of it. What if, for example, you remove the battery from your phone? Will the phone still work? Will it still work? Can you
No.
still use the phone without the battery inside? No, right? It will not work because phones use batteries to work. Okay, now how about the computer that you said? I will show you the big computer.
Big computer cannot be outside. It's
This one. If you are using a big computer like this, okay, the one with the CPU, this one uses the mains, only the mains. It doesn't have batteries. This one has a lot of wires, and then it has a plug which you insert into the socket, right? If you don't insert it into the socket, then it will not work. It means this one uses the mains only. Now, how about this kind of computer? It's called a laptop,
laptop.
yeah, or a notebook,
Yes, can
right?
go. Oh, I use
Yes.
laptop.
This one, can you use it without the plug?
Yes, can.
Can you use it without the socket?
Yes, can.
Yes, because this one has a battery inside. I will show you the battery. This one is the battery at the back.
Yes.
Okay, at the back of your laptop. That's a battery. It's a long battery. Okay. Now, if for example, uh, you insert it into the socket, right? That is when you charge your battery. So that if you want to use it without the plug, you remove the plug and then you can bring it anywhere you like. You can use it. It's like your phone, right?
Yes.
So it means it uses batteries. But uh, you said on your phone, if I remove the battery, it will not work, right? Now, how about the laptop? If, for example, I remove the battery of the laptop, will it still work?
Yes.
If I remove the battery and then I only use the plug, the socket, will it still work?
Yes.
Yes, because laptops actually use both. We can use either batteries or we can use either batteries or the mains. Okay, if for example my laptop's battery is broken, I can just remove the battery and then I will just use it like a big computer. I will just plug it into the socket. I can use it. It will work without the battery. We only have batteries for our laptop if we want to bring it somewhere else, if we want to use it away from the socket. You understand? It
Yeah.
means some devices can use both, can either use the mains or the batteries. Okay? But with our mobile phones, they use batteries only. All right? Now, can you name other devices that use batteries? What else?
What? Fan? Oh, no, cannot.
Do you
A
have
small
an
fan.
do you have a yes, a small fan. How about do you have an electric sharpener? I see some of the students have like that. Sharpener with batteries and you only insert it and it will work. And an electric toothbrush. Do you know the toothbrush
Yes.
that can move on its own?
I know.
Yes.
Yes, I
All right.
have it.
Okay. Now, example of devices that use batteries are our remote control, phone, laptop, toys such as this robot, a clock, and even our car, a real car. Okay, now how about what are the advantages of using batteries? When you say advantages, what's good with using with using batteries? Why is it good to use batteries?
Because we go out, we don't have battery.
Yes,
In
batteries
the
can
laptop
mhm.
socket, we use battery.
Batteries can store electricity. It can keep electricity inside. It can provide electricity if you want. But actually, the electricity in our batteries are very limited, very small. Okay? A little only, not like the mains. The electricity from the mains is very, very strong, right? Very powerful.
Mhm.
Okay. Another one is batteries don't have wires and plugs.
Opa.
Yes, they don't use wires, they don't use plugs. We can carry them around with us. It means you don't have to stay near the socket forever, right? For example, if you are watching a TV, imagine if your remote has a wire and you have to plug it. So where can you watch? You only watch near the TV or near the socket, right?
Mhm.
But because remotes have batteries, we can move away from the TV, we can sit in the sofa, and we can watch without being near the socket, right?
Yeah.
Or your phone. You don't have to stay near the socket forever. You can go out of your house and bring your phone, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Another one is batteries have lower voltage electricity as compared to the mains. It usually can cause electric shock. With the mains, the electricity is very, very, very strong and dangerous. That's why usually it can cause electric shock if you don't know how to use properly, if you are not careful. But with batteries, since they only have a little bit of electricity, they are not that dangerous. No? Not like the mains. Next, what are the disadvantages of using batteries? What is it that's not good with batteries?
Mm,
Batteries can eventually run down after some time using them. When you say run down, not running outside the house. When you say run down, it means uh, it will be empty. You cannot use it anymore. It means you have used all the electricity already, finished already. Okay, like this. Look at the picture. It's like dead battery.
Oh,
No? Yes.
it
Uh,
have
it means after using all the electricity inside, okay, that's it. You cannot use it anymore. Unless it is a chargeable one, you can recharge it, right? You can recharge it.
don't
Or
have
if
battery.
it is not rechargeable, then you just throw it in the bin. And then you have to buy another one. You have to go to 7-Eleven to buy another battery, right? Not like the mains. You can use it for 1 week, 1 month straight. Like you don't have to to buy. You don't have to go somewhere, right? It's always there. But
Yeah.
for the batteries, if you finish all the electricity there, then that's it. Okay. Another one, batteries need to be replaced or recharged. When you say replaced, it means you throw them in the bin and you buy a new one. Okay, you have to buy a new one. For example, you're doing something very important and then you run out of battery. You have to stop what you are doing. You have to go outside and buy new batteries, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Or batteries can need to be recharged also if it's a rechargeable one. You have to look for a socket. You have to use a plug and wait for it to be full again, right? You have to wait for it to recharge. All right. Did you understand that? Now let us
Yeah.
do our word wall activity. This word wall activity is a little bit hard. Okay, it's a word search, but these are sentences that you
Oh
have to
no.
complete. Yes, it's okay. We can answer all
No.
together.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh no no
we
no
have
no.
we
Okay.
have to fill the sentence with the words that are here.
Ma.
Okay, for the first one, electricity is a form of
Ma.
teacher.
Mine. Mine.
Teacher will help. Okay, electricity is a form of
Lang.
ener. What
Energy.
word is that? Energy. Okay,
E.
so can you find where's
No,
energy?
no, no, no. Energy.
Energy. Ah, I saw it already here.
Energy.
Energy, right?
Energy.
Okay,
Yes.
you just have to click it one time,
E.
and then
Oh
after
my.
clicking, you will click the sentence because this is the answer for this sentence. Okay. Next, number two, batteries should be blank. For example, after using all the
Should
batteries,
be dead.
Dead.
re
So.
replaced, right? You have to
Replace.
replace.
Dead.
Yes. Or you have to recharge. It's okay. So
Recharge.
this
I
one
see
battery should be
now.
I
recharged.
don't see.
After D.
Where?
After the
Yeah, behind the
This.
E. Energy.
Yes,
Behind the energy.
recharge. Correct.
Oh my.
Next. When I send this to you, do you know this will not be the arrangement? They will mix this up,
Mm-hmm.
change. Okay. Number three, blank is the energy which gives power to device.
Uh,
Elect, electricity.
Electricity.
Can you
Electricity.
see it? Can you find?
No.
I don't see it.
It's very long.
I cannot see it. I can see
No,
now.
no, no.
Da.
Bad news. Oh,
Electricity.
Yes,
no,
Right?
no, no.
Okay, next. We blank batteries around with us. What do you do with the batteries when you go out? You can carry them.
battery.
Oh, where's the word carry? C-A-R-R-Y.
I can see now is a 2 line and up.
Two lines. Yes,
Yes.
we can carry. Next, batteries are blank from producing electric shock. Batteries are safe from electric shock. Where is safe? S-A-F-E.
S-A-F-E.
Yes.
I can see now is under
Where?
center of the
Yeah, this one. Safe.
จริงๆยังหาไม่เจอเลยนะ
Next, we blank old batteries with new ones. We replace. Replace. R-E-P-L-A-C-E. I saw it. Replace.
There. Yes.
A blank is a device that can store electricity. What do you call that device that can keep electricity, can carry electricity, can store electricity?
carry
Battery.
Battery. I can see now
Yes.
is behind the C-A-R-R-Y.
Behind the what? Oh yes, carry. Next, a remote is a blank powered by batteries. It is a kind of device that uses
I
it.
can see now is the
Where's
behind
device?
of battery.
where
Yes. Very fast, Asinop.
I
Next.
don't see
Batteries can blank electricity. Can store.
we can blank
S-T-O-R-E.
S-T-O-I-C
Where?
I can see now
O-R-E
Near
I
what?
don't
What
see
color?
it.
Near what
in
color?
Harry
Yes, near
Brown.
brown.
Yes.
Yes. Battery is a blank of
Battery
electricity. Source. Source means we can get. S-O-U-R-C-E.
S-O-U-R-I-C-E
Is the behind of
Yes. Okay. Do you want to do this? It's hard, right? Teacher will just put this in the link later in the notes if you want to do it later, okay? I will not send it to you anymore because it takes a long time. No, and we don't have time anymore. Let us move on to our live worksheet. All right? Can you see?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, for the live worksheet, of course, don't forget to write your name, grade, and number. We have part 1 and part 2. Okay, for part 1, we have carry, battery, recharged, rundown, replaced. We'll just drag these words. All right, number 1. A blank is a device which gives power to devices. A blank is a device which gives power to devices. Battery. We can blank batteries with us. If you go somewhere, you can.
Recharge.
If you go somewhere, you can. You can what?
Run down.
No, if you go somewhere, you can carry battery with you. Number 3, after using batteries for some time, they eventually run down. Old batteries should be blank with new ones. Replace. You change it with new ones. Number 5, some batteries can be recharged. For part 2, it's so very easy. You're just going to click on the devices that use batteries. This one, batteries, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, batteries, yes or no?
No.
No, this one.
No.
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 No. No.
Yes.
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 No.
Yes.
Okay, we have 5 things. And then take a picture. There you go.